All right, I think we are live. Okay, happy Sunday. Let's see, audio test, perfect. There we go. Camera is a little off. That's all right. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am Chris with Monsters Under Our Bed. We cover true crime, mystery to the missing. Usually we do our members live on Sunday, but there's been a manhunt going on starting since yesterday out in Kentucky. There was a shooting, sadly. 5 people injured. I think 8 or 9 cars were affected. Luckily, no fatalities. Some severely injured and had to have surgery, obviously, but no fatalities is good. They're still looking for this guy, Joseph Couch, who's pictured above. But yeah, I put a little playlist together of the latest, and I think they've been updating the public like every 2 hours or so, which is awesome. I think that's amazing. Keep everybody that's out there informed on the latest. That way, there's no kind of wild speculations or inaccurate information going out there. So let me pull this up real quick. Good to see everybody. Let me get this ready here so we can. Now, I know a lot of people in here follow me from the Sebastian Rogers case. Taking a break on that for today, but we'll be jumping back in that tomorrow and talking about it. But I feel like it's a good thing to kind of unwind and maybe take some time off from that case because I've been studying a bunch, and then I've been seeing a lot of people cover this and curious because this is day 2. This is Joseph Couch, and if you haven't heard of this, I'll go ahead and play the story, but they have found his car and the AR they believe that was involved in the shooting. He's 32 years old.
Is breaking news.
And we begin tonight with breaking news. A manhunt is underway tonight after 5 people were shot on Interstate 75 in eastern Kentucky. The shooting happened here near exit 49 and US 25 in the town of London. That's in Laurel County, Kentucky, about 80 miles south of Lexington. Here are some images from the scene. You can see numerous police cars responding along the interstate. Traffic is shut down in both directions. Officials were looking for 32-year-old Joseph Couch. They identify him as a white man that is roughly 5.
So this was taken from yesterday. This is just like a 2-minute clip. But of course, we know a lot more information. They just had another update. It was 2 hours ago. They've been doing it every 2 hours or something like that. So I have the latest press conference just after this.
5 feet 10 inches tall. They say he should be considered armed and dangerous. Officials are asking people to avoid the area and seek alternate routes. Drivers should expect significant delays. Police are also urging people to stay inside. We'll bring you more information on this breaking story as we learn it here on Wish TV and online at wishtv.com.
Breaking news out of Kentucky as we come on the air tonight. Multiple people are hurt. A major interstate shut down for hours.
No way.
And a massive search is underway for a shooter. Thanks for joining us for 10 Tampa Bay this weekend. I'm Emerald Morrow. Now, all of this happened in London, a small city in southeastern Kentucky, about 85 miles south of Lexington. Within the last 2 hours, all lanes of I-75 reopened after being shut down for hours near mile marker 49. Multiple agencies have been on scene for hours now, but within the last 2 hours, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office released this photo of a person of interest. This is 32-year-old Joseph Couch. They've released few details about why they believe he is connected to this ongoing situation. And this is a video of the scene right now where authorities have the road blocked off. They say multiple people were injured, but there's no word on how many or their conditions.
So yeah, conditions are 5 people injured, a couple having surgery, 1 shot in the face, 1 in the chest and arm, I think, or something like that. Yeah, Elijah Boo remains from this article. Not to jump ship, but we have covered this case before, especially when it first broke, and this is terrible. Police in Two Rivers believe that a cold case involving around a missing child may be coming to a grim end after a possible break in the case over the weekend, according to sources. Two Rivers investigators located remains of a small child in a remote area of a Girl Scout camp in Manitou Two Rivers on Saturday, yesterday, which early indications point to belonging to missing 4-year-old Elijah Vu, who has been missing since February 20th. So that was literally 5 or 6 days before Sebastian Rogers. God, it was him, then Sebastian Rogers, and then Riley Strain. They were like all like right in that kind of area, February, March. The camp is located near the home of Vu's mother, Katrina Barr, and her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, who was the last one to see Vu alive. Both are facing major charges, terrible things. Wow. Just reading to see if there's anything else in there. Nothing else. I'll keep an eye on that. That is terrible. I mean, I'm glad they found him, but wow, that is wild. That literally 6 days before Sebastian Rogers went missing, February 20th.
Person for the University of Kentucky Medical Center in Lexington died.
Suspect. We want to get him.
Okay. But back to Joseph. I'll see if I can find any more information on Elijah. That is terrible. But this is the latest press conference, I believe. I think they've been doing them every 2 or 3 hours. And this was the one posted, I think, about 2 hours ago.
You suspend the search again at dark?
Yes, we really have to suspend it at dark because of the danger element of our guys being in there and maybe walking right up on this individual. And, we recovered a weapon, but who's to say that he doesn't have another weapon?
2,000 rounds.
It seems like he's planned numerous parts of this anyway, so who's to say that he doesn't have a weapon? We have to anticipate that.
Yeah,
it appears to be that. That appears to be the case, that this was a planned event.
Can you clarify if this was a random attack or not?
Nobody was targeted. I think a lot of people, early on, again, I said earlier that we had so much chaos when we got up there that we were following up on every single thing that we could, and it was earlier reported that 2 cars and 2 sets of individuals had gotten out and shot at each other, and that would be a road rage or something else. That was entirely not correct.
So one thing I noticed, now I just started looking at his case today. I mean, I think I saw some stuff on YouTube as I was falling asleep last night on it, but today's the first day really kind of diving into it. I did notice that there's, of course, another Joseph Couch, and there's been some kind of misinformation going out because obviously people go on the Facebook and search the name up, and there is multiple Joseph Couch, so be careful on what you see posted, like on Twitter, because I did see some things where it was a wrong Joseph Couch, and forget what he stated in his Facebook post, but I think it got like 2 shiny things, and then one of them goes boom. Anyway, it was the wrong Joseph, but I just wanted to mention that.
We're following the correct lead now because we already told you that we have identified the vehicle. He is now listed as a suspect. We've recovered the weapon, let me put it that way. So this was not targeted. I mean, yeah, did he plan this event to be there at that certain time? Yes.
Well, he didn't target an individual that was driving by, but he picked the place. I mean, he
correct.
Picked that place. He planned it
right.
that way.
Correct. Yes.
How long had he been planning this?
We don't know that at this time. We're so early on in the investigation on this, and again, our major focus right now is we want to get this guy because he's shot at cars. He shows that he's capable, and that means he's capable again.
What leads you to believe that he's in the same area?
Well, we don't have anything to the contrary, even though we've had numerous reports in 2 counties or 3 counties now that sightings of this individual. We don't believe that they have been correct, and we have followed up on every lead that's come in, and we want the leads to continue to come in. That's what we would ask the public to do, is stay vigilant and keep your eyes open,
Good to
be
see you,
aware,
Sandra.
and if you see.
So I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm sure it's probably been pointed out already. But this is his vehicle, and if you guys haven't noticed, his right rear tire is flat. Now I don't know if that happened when they transported it, or if that's the reason why he ditched it. I would assume the latter. I don't know why you would flee on foot in the woods, although eventually if they had the suspect's vehicles, information, they would know what vehicle he'd be driving. But I do wonder if that's why he's on foot and maybe didn't have a spare tire. But that is kind of interesting that the right rear tire is flat.
Something suspicious, report it to us, because that's what we do. We want to follow up on every single lead. And one of the leads, hopefully, is going to be the right one if he's away from the area.
I know. Yeah.
We still believe that he is in the area up there, or we would not concentrate our efforts there.
Yeah, I don't cover shootings. It just tears me apart. This is a little different because it's a manhunt, and luckily there was no fatalities involved in this one. And let's hopefully they capture this guy without incident.
And right now, what do people need to know?
Please.
Right now, what do people need to know?
They just need to know that, wow, I mean, we have so many people that are helping out on this, that we're doing everything that is possible to bring this suspect into custody and keep our people safe as well. And stay away from the area. Don't drive up through there, because we don't know for sure where he's at. We have an idea that we think that we know where he's at, but he could be anywhere up in that area. And for that matter, he could be anywhere.
Does the suspect have a criminal history?
Minor infractions, nothing of any significance. Definitely nothing like this.
Hey, David. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we'll probably go for like an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, it's a serious matter. I mean, he shot 5 innocent people. That I mean, some of them are critically hurt really bad. So, where is he? That's the big question right now. And so people should be aware and just be aware of your surroundings.
I'm going to pause it for a minute and just show you guys. I'm sure you guys have seen the map, but this is huge. I mean, this is heavily dense wooded area. And the shooting took place just off here. And I was trying to find out before I went live. But they assume that he, was either shooting off. Let me go down to Google View here. Let me do that. Let's see if we can get down in there. So he would have been kind of up on a higher area, maybe even up here across the other side. Let me over here. And parked his car somewhere, over yonder, and then I don't know exactly where. I don't know if there's a higher vantage point up and back there, or if he just kind of went out and started taking around shooting, as if you went. Let's see, wow, this is really slow. They ain't like Google Earth. Let's do this. But yeah, either maybe kind of shot up from here towards down the north and southbound lanes, which is absolutely terrible. It's lucky that there was no fatalities. But yeah, that's a heavily dense wooded area that they have to search through. My goodness.
Can you give us some idea of the area you're searching? Give us a mile square?
That's been asked earlier, and that's such a remote area up there. It's much more than a mile, but we had to start somewhere. We did find the location that he shot from. So,
from what I understand, he was in the Army and he was a 911 dispatcher. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe that's what. Which is terrible, if he did go out and serve our country. And then was suffering from some kind of mental episode. It's just a shame to see somebody go protect our country and then is basically labeled a terrorist when they come back, because they're suffering from something. It's Truly terrible.
That's where we start expanding our
It doesn't
search and
excuse
just
anything, of course.
perimeter out. We've got drones, we've got helicopters, we've got dogs. Like I say, federal, state, and local agencies have assisted us greatly on this. There's been an outpouring like you would not believe, and you know we're doing the best we
man,
can.
that's
We're
so
trying to
tough.
we're trying to get him.
Can you describe what makes this such rough terrain? Why is this a difficult?
Well, one problem is that that exit along I-75 is probably the most remote along the entire throughout Kentucky. It's
Wow.
wooded. It's heavily wooded. It's got hills. It's got rocks. There's one business there. There's very few residences. It's remote, and it's difficult.
What about school tomorrow?
Please.
What about school tomorrow?
I've had some school systems contact me wanting to know where we were standing at on the investigation, and I was frank with them. You know, we're doing the best that we can, but we haven't located him yet, and we're still looking for him.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
And,
area.
I'm sure there's going to be just some decisions made really soon. Yes, ma'am.
Can you please share an update on the condition?
So yeah, there are. I don't know exactly what school systems. So if anybody is local watching, I do have one of the things that they just posted, which is this here: no school Monday, September 9th. Student and staff safety is priority in Laurel County Public Schools. Therefore, out of abundance of caution, school is canceled for tomorrow, Monday, September 9th. And that's just under the Laurel County Public Schools. I'm assuming if you want more information, hopefully, I'm assuming under that Facebook page, you could find more information.
Are they critical but stable?
Not stable is the last word that we had on all 5 shooting victims.
So you just
No.
said critically injured. Can you clarify what you
Yes, the severity of the injuries that
Melissa.
they had. One individual was shot in the face. One individual had an arm that was very, very seriously injured. There was some very serious injuries.
Have you been able to rule one way or another if he's getting any assistance while out on the run?
You know,
I believe they found his phone,
are we
too,
looking at that?
right?
We're trying to look at everything, but at this point, we do not believe he has outside assistance.
Do you think he'll be able to last out in that terrain for multiple nights by himself without food or water? I mean,
It depends on how committed he is and
what
how
is
much
the weather?
planning that he put into this. You know, what has he got with him? So we
Right.
don't know the level of planning because we can't explore that aspect much right now because we're too concerned about trying to locate him. But it depends on how committed that he is.
Do you know how many shots were fired?
No, numerous, and that's beyond that. We can't, not at this time.
But looking at how this crime was committed and also his victims, does this guy give you the sense that he knows what he's doing?
Well, again, I'm going to use the word committed. He seems to be committed.
Is there a chance he's no longer alive?
Yes, possible. And we've thought about that too, but we have to continue to aggressively try to find him, irregardless of what we believe.
That's the 10-day for. Oh, come back. So that's the 10-day forecast. So it gets down into the low 40s. It gets up in the 80s tomorrow, low 40s. So if he's got decent clothing and is moving, he could survive the night. But man, that is dense.
What new tactics have you yet to explore?
I'd say more of the same. You know, because of the remoteness. I hate to say that again, but because of the remoteness of the area, it's really
Can't emphasize that
difficult
enough.
to search much carefully and safely.
Can I follow on the question? Gotcha. Have the officers heard any further shots after the initial shots that were
No.
made?
The only shots that took place were the ones that were reported to.
That was one of the flight paths earlier today, which they were on northeast, southwest area.
The only shots that took place were the ones that were reported to us by the victims.
Has anyone searched his house?
We've had people down there, and we are looking at that.
You said earlier today that you were hopeful you'll find him by the end of the day. How are you feeling about that now?
I'm still going to be optimistic. He's out there. He's behind a tree or under a rock cliff or something. We just got to stumble upon him safely.
When do we decide to stop searching?
Darkness. Whenever it gets dark, we can't be in the woods because it's too dangerous for our guys.
You think he has supplies with him?
Possible. Yes, sir.
Stop searching at night and he still is in there.
Well, we're keeping people. We're keeping the area contained. We have people there. We have SRT in the woods, and we also have people on the ground down.
So terrible.
Where there's a business, an old Shell station that's down there. We have people down there, so we have the area contained. If one gunshot went off, our people would be right on it. He'd be crazy to shoot, anytime right now. He obviously has to know we're looking for him.
How many law enforcement people are out there?
We've probably got between 40 and 50 right now, and that's federal, state, and local.
So I believe that's the gun. I'm not sure 100%. Is it on the Facebook? He said that he was gonna post photos of the gun and ammunition. I'm not sure if that's just just an example, or if that is the actual AR.
Cooperation between agencies.
It kind of looks like a
I can't
stock
stress
photo.
that enough.
Do you know if he has a
Really, we've got everybody that we need. We just need to find him.
Do we know if he has a phone on him, and if so, was anyone able to take it?
So that's what they got closed off.
A phone has been found. The battery was taken out of it.
So this guy's smart. Phone was found, batteries taken out, so he can't be tracked. And so it looks like the roads that they have closed off are more on the northeastern part of it. And I was trying to look because they said they found the car 9 to 11 miles off US 4, which is a service road. But I couldn't. If anybody knows in the chat that's local, I'm trying to look this up, but I don't know if I haven't had enough time yet. I think it says US 4 service road, and which is not 9 to 11 miles approximately from where the shooting happened, where they found the vehicle. So I was trying to look up where that was at. And anyway, if anybody knows,
a phone has been
put it in
found.
chat.
The battery was taken out of it, so we can't nothing to ping.
See if I can find it here.
You think it was his?
We're assuming that, yes.
Has there been an investigation into his social media? Is there anything found there?
I'm sure that we are looking at that. That's not a primary focus right now, but I'm sure we're looking at that. Yes, ma'am.
Have family or friends or anybody been able to kind of paint a picture of what he was like before this? Have they been cooperative?
I don't have the answer to that.
About when they were the president?
I heard there were some phone calls made to area persons in this county. I'm not sure on that. I have heard that. Also, whenever I step down from here, if you'll go to our Facebook page, I have pictures because you all begged me to do it, and I did it for you because you've been great, because you're helping us. But I have pictures of the suspect vehicle, and I hope that before the evening is over, I'll have a picture of the AR that we recovered as well. I'm working on getting that for you as well.
Any additional pictures of him?
I think that's all we have. Yeah, just
Do you have any markings, any scars, any tattoos?
I'll look into that. I'm just not sure what types of information like that are available. Also, there will be another short briefing like this at 7 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock over at the community center, which as the crow flies is about 2 blocks over. There's a marquee out in front of it. It's obvious that it's the community center. All stakeholders in this, all stakeholder heads are going to hold a joint press conference for you folks. 9 o'clock.
Sorry, can you confirm that he has a military background?
I've heard that, but I don't know.
We saw a lot of talk on social media early on, people speculating. You know, what role did that play into your investigation? Did it hinder any of the initial tackling of this?
If he was military?
Yeah.
Any of the rumors?
I'll,
in general, how many victims? How this stemmed? What the cause of it was?
I'm going to get that going here in just a second.
You know, we've got a bunch of professionals out there with all these departments and everything that we've done, everything that I've seen so far. These guys they're spot on. I mean, they are doing it by the book. They know what they're doing. I'm confident that we're doing everything that we possibly can to bring this guy to justice. I don't know. Just I haven't been in the woods with them.
So you can get big flavor, big savings.
Anything else?
Fresh for everyone.
We're looking at that, but not at this time.
You might 3 or more with your card.
Okay, thank you all. You've been great. Where's the mayor at? Mayor! Mayor! Mayor!
Get over here, Mayor.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, there.
I got to plug in my Ethernet cable here. I just realized that. Yeah, I'm going to pull up the scanner. I got an ad going right now. I think it's over, though. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll run the scanner. They said 7 Eastern and then 9 Eastern. So.
All right, thank you all very much.
So, if you guys can take a look here, these microphones that are on this podium are connected to our cameras. So we are just live streaming from this iPhone right now. That's why the audio is right now. Mayor will always get ready to address.
Victims was coming in, we were present, and we stayed there for quite some time yesterday.
How did they
Okay, there's the mayor, and then we'll
some of
pull
them,
up
you
some
know,
other things.
are severe, but I don't really think we want to get into disclosing necessarily how they looked.
Do you know how many folks are still in the hospital there?
To my knowledge, all of them are still there.
Are any of them from London?
No, there was none from London or Laurel County.
Do you know where they were from?
Get over here.
I think that there was one located in Bell County, from Bell County to my knowledge.
Were the rest from out of state? What we understood maybe?
No, I think they're located within the Kentucky, but not in this region.
What was your reaction to something like this happening so close to you?
Shock. When we initially heard it, our feeling was, is this even true, or is this a fake call? So it was a shock. But then, that leadership kicked in, and we knew we had to, to step up for our men and women, our first responders, and be there if they needed us.
Are you making decisions about whether schools should be open tomorrow?
No, but we are in talks with the school systems and coordinating between the first responders, because remember, all of our first responders are the Laurel County Sheriff's Office, who's leading this investigation. They're all extremely busy, so I'm just filling in the gaps where I'm needed. So we are in talks with the school systems.
How are residents here feeling?
Scared, frustrated. They want this individual found.
I know you're in talks with the school system. I think it's Friday on a Sunday. Kids will be going tomorrow morning. Do you know when a call is going to be made one way or another?
I think later this evening, from what I've been told, once the Laurel County Sheriff's Department makes their next update on whether or not this individual has been captured.
The sheriff had mentioned that there's some curiosity seekers in town who maybe are trying to get a little close to the scene because they're just interested in what's going on. What's your message to folks that live here?
Stay home. Let the first responders do their jobs. And also, don't take the things into your own hands. We have trained professionals from the Sheriff's Office, City Police, State Police, FBI, all the agencies involved. These guys are trained. Let them deal with it. My heart is to see that my community is whole again, that people understand that this travesty, this act of violence doesn't define us as a community. This community is one of the greatest communities in this state, I believe, but I'm partial to it. We're a resilient community. And I hate that the citizens are having to go through the emotions of fear and frustration because someone chose violence. But it goes back to that
So here's a. Oh. Which counties? So it's Laurel, Rockcastle, Jackson, Clay counties have all canceled school for tomorrow, September 9th, due to the hunt for Joseph. Anybody's wondering what counties were affected? Anyway, I do have this going. But I'm just going to finish with the mayor real quick. I think it's like a couple more minutes.
Have to, when we must address the growing crisis of mental health issues in this country.
Agreed.
The same message we've been saying, if you don't need to be out, stay home. If you are out, and even at your house, be vigilant. Stay vigilant, know what's going on, and if you suspect something or think something, call 911.
Mayor, did you have any information? Were there businesses that closed last night as a result of the threat?
Yes, I think there was a few businesses that went ahead and decided to close down some restaurants just out of the fear of not knowing.
What about today?
Joel says, I'm in Kentucky, probably 2 hours away.
There was some churches in the northern
to where
part
the
of the
car
county
was.
that
Oh, I
did
appreciate it,
close.
though.
They were contacting us, asking for our opinions, and so yes, some did.
Anything else you'd like to share that we haven't already asked?
No, we'd like to thank the media for helping us get out this information to our
if I can
community,
find
because it's
that
important
post.
that people know the facts. Social media, there's a lot of disinformation and misinformation, so we really appreciate you guys on helping us get the true facts out there so people are not as scared, because this is a scary time, but we are going to overcome it. Thank you.
Can you give your full name, Mayor, please?
Yes, it's Randall Weddle. Yes.
US
Correct.
4.
Is that it? Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so again, this is not confirmed, but according to this, Anita says the car was found on US 4 Service Road. I'm assuming that's SVC Road. 9 to 11 miles in off Shoot First Branch, top of hill. Offshoot First Branch. Shoot First Branch. Interesting. Let me check the comments here and get the. Let's see. I think I have the player going. Yeah, I backed out of it.
Need inspiration? Shop Smith.
It's an ad. I'll turn that down for a minute. I think somebody had heard something about they had found like a stash of food or something, a jerky, but I don't know if that's like, I don't know that area, so I don't know if that's like a area for hunting and that they just found like a stash from another hunting party that had just left a stash of food. Said there was like jerky and stuff. That was posted earlier today. Again, not sure if it's related to Joseph or not. Oh, it's okay, Fly Girl. No worries. Let's see here. For those that are just coming in, thank you guys so much. We were going to do it just a members live, but I'd been following this kind of off and on working today, and I thought we'd maybe kind of catch a live show and see. By chance, if maybe they find him tonight. I don't know. I'm assuming it's getting dark pretty soon where they're at. They said they're going to stop. I do have the scanner going. This is, let's see here. This is the Laurel County Sheriff's Office page. Obviously, they've been updating quite frequently, which is great. I think there was one that had some interesting information, which was the car was recovered off U.S. Forest Service. Okay, so this says U.S. Forest Service Road. Maybe that's what it is. Off exit 49. And then so they say the car was found yesterday, I believe. Yeah, so last night, Saturday night, the car was found. And then a rifle case was also recovered in the vehicle. And then today, sometime in the afternoon, they found the AR, which was in the vicinity of where they located the car yesterday. So that's interesting. Let's see. Anything on this one? Nothing there. But I do. I have the scanner going. And I am going to pull up the flight thing. Let's see if there's any flights going on. So, I wanted to write that down. Let's say Forest Road, right? U.S. Forest. Which is a service road.
54-0, I see. We're back in Cali.
Let's see. I'm gonna check flight radar. Okay. Oh, been a minute since I've done flight radar. Would be London, Kentucky. Let's go for the airport.
'84 490.
It's weird.
'84 490 or 390.
Kentucky, where are you? There you are. Alright, I am just...
CO6, are you 10-4? Yeah, 10-4. Let's do it, Larry.
Pulling up flight radar here. See if we can find anything. I gotta get my radar.
10-41.
Lexington. I need to look at Google Earth for a minute. London, which is right there. Kentucky. Louisville, there it is. There it is. Oh man, it's sitting right on it too. Flight radar. Oh, this is the thing I hate most about Windows. One, I don't know. I don't think that's just a commuter. That's a commuter. No helicopters going on, huh? I know there was some going on earlier. Yeah, it's commercial. I don't see anything nearby there that's doing anything. Connie, oh, thank you for gifting them up.
You know crispy fries.
Oh my god.
Especially...
Holy cow. Ads. Thank you so much, Connie. Sorry, guys, for the ears. Oh, they did say they were using drones. There was a helicopter up earlier doing a flight path, which I was kind of watching on another show. Okay, is this a new one? Is Kentucky Central time? Yeah. Central Time. So it's 1 hour ahead. So at 7 p.m. they're supposed to have another update, and that is in 15 minutes. So we'll check that out and see what's going on. Anything exciting? I'm assuming. What time does it start getting dark there? Assuming the surge is going to be called off soon.
Deputy from a neighboring county contacted me. He's breaking up, but all I can hear is he had one cuff. Well, check on him.
I can.
1944.
I didn't quite make that out. You guys make that out?
I'll be able to see 6. 1944.
Anyway, check. There's updates. So 15 minutes, there should be another press conference. Oh, is it Eastern Standard Time? Didn't I just say Central Time? Oh, is Kentucky part of? Oh, it's the Eastern. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, so no, okay. So then it's 2 hours ahead. All right. Oh, yeah, and it's sitting there right in front of my face now that I look at it, depending on where you're at in Kentucky. Okay, so there's Central and Eastern. Got it. Okay, so that's good to know. So I apologize, and there is no, so it's going to be an hour and 15 minutes. So they said 7 o'clock their time and 9 p.m., which is great that they're doing these kind of updates for the public. I'm just trying to find that road. U.S. Service Road. That's what I was going to look up. So I got the thing going here. Let me put this aside here. I've got so many windows going. So that's the roads that are closed off. The shooting happened. This one's kind of zoomed in. Let me see where that one is at. Oh, that's my video. Oh, actually, I got one more video to play. This is from somebody that was there. Let me play this real quick so I can find this road.
To Tennessee. So we were on I-7.
That people know the facts, social media on every fact.
Okay. So here's a witness that was there. I guess she didn't realize that what had happened until like she got home or something like that, or heard from a family member. You can't hear the questions being asked, but here's what she shares.
Yeah, my friend Jeremy and I were actually driving from New York to Tennessee. So we were on I-75 in Kentucky, around the London area. And while we were driving, all of a sudden we just heard this deafening loud sound, and it sounded like a rock went through my back window, and our ears were ringing, and we just looked at each other and we were like, was that a gunshot? And then we were like, that can't be a gunshot, because we're driving down the highway. And there was a white truck that was next to us in the right-hand lane, and all of a sudden he slowed down and he pulled off to the shoulder, and we thought maybe it was his tire had blown out or something.
1948.
But it was much louder than a tire blowing out. And it was just so loud and so scary, it's something very unexpected while you're just driving.
Yeah,
So that was what had happened. And then a few minutes later, we just saw dozens of police vehicles going in the opposite direction. I believe it's northbound on I-75. And we were like, what is going on here? And we saw tons of tire shreds on the side of the highway, and just all these things were happening that didn't really add up. And about an hour later, we got a call from Jeremy's dad, and he said he was watching CNN and that there was an active shooter on I-75. And we were just beside ourselves, like, oh my God, did we just drive through a shooting? So we made it to Knoxville and got out and checked my car. And on the rim of I have a Toyota 4Runner, and on the rim there's a huge indent. It looks like a bullet divot, and then all the paint is chipped off of the back panel of my 4Runner.
That's crazy. Very lucky.
No, if I had to guess, I would say off to the side of the road, because it hit my tires, which are pretty low to the ground. So I don't imagine it came from a vehicle, but I don't know for certain. It happened very fast, but I just happened to notice the truck that was next to us because we were kind of neck and neck at the time. And then I just noticed him slowing down and pulling off. And it was, normally I don't see people just pull off to the side of the road, especially with the loud noise that we believe to be a gunshot at the same time. It was very confusing, and it all happened very fast, if that makes sense.
I think that's about it.
Been here in your exit 4.
University of Kentucky.
Numerous event targeted. Did he plan this event to be there?
Okay, I still have the scanner going. It's been pretty quiet.
Correct. Right.
I was just going to leave this up for a second. I'm just checking chat real quick. Yeah, everybody's letting me know. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And again,
Yeah, 1041.
I just wanted to leave that video up so everybody kind of knows. I'm just trying to find that service road. Like they mentioned Forest Service Road, US 4, but I can't find a US 4.
Well, we don't have anything to the contrary, even though we've had numerous reports.
Yeah, I'm also, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because it's kind of on the southern part of Kentucky. So here, I mean, we just backed out. So this is the highway here. If you look, a lot of people would be coming from that's Tennessee there. So, yeah. So I'm not sure how many miles that is from the border to Tennessee. But it's not very far. But, yeah. Quite a few out-of-towners passing through probably. I mean, sadly, this happened.
We have so many people that are helping out on this that we're doing
time.
Everything that is possible to bring this suspect into custody and keep our people safe as well.
I'll look that up. Okay.
And stay away from the area. Don't drive up through there because we don't know for sure where he's at. We have an idea that we think that we know where he's at, but he could be anywhere up in that area. And for that matter, he could be
huge.
Anywhere.
Does the suspect have a criminal history?
Minor infractions, nothing of any significance. Definitely nothing like this.
How serious do people take this? Do you need to stay inside?
It's a serious matter. He shot 5 innocent people. Some of them are critically hurt really bad. So, where is he? That's the big question right now. And so people should be aware and just be aware of your surroundings.
Right, because it's kind of like a frontage road, right? That's what we call it, service road, frontage road.
That's been asked earlier, and that's such a remote area up there. It's much more than a mile, but we had to start somewhere. We did find the location that he shot from, so that's where we start expanding our search and just perimeter out. We've got drones, we've got helicopters,
that's the shooting, right?
We've got dogs. Like I say, federal, state, and local agencies have assisted us greatly on this. There's been an outpouring like you would not believe, and we're doing the best we can. We're trying to get him.
Can you describe what makes this such rough?
Let me look at that exit one more time.
Well, one problem is that that exit along I-75 is probably the most remote along the entire throughout Kentucky. It's wooded. It's heavily wooded. It's got hills. It's got rocks. There's one business there. There's very few residences. it's remote, and it's difficult.
Where did I see it say exit?
Please.
What about school tomorrow?
I've had some school systems contact me wanting to know where we were standing at on the
49,
investigation.
right? Didn't it say
and I was
exit
frank with
49?
them, you know, we're doing the best that we can, but we haven't located him yet, and we're still looking for him. And I'm sure there's going to be some decisions made really soon. Yes, ma'am.
Please share an update on the
97 correct. 1954.
Oh, it's about an hour from the Tennessee line. Yeah, so it's not that far. So I do have the scanner going. It's been pretty quiet.
See us. 7 Yeah. 1954.
Exit 49. That's what I thought. Yeah, I swear 49's in my head.
30 a month. Hello.
See if I can turn this up a little bit.
I'm 97, 98, correct. Hello.
There's like nearly 6,000 listeners.
It was just inside of Clay County here, about a mile and a half. Yeah. They'll take the 40 yard out on Parkway, swing it around. And that's still 15 with them. Clay County, built a unit.
Okay, I think I have an idea of where it is. I'm just gonna play this just for anybody that's coming in.
Stable is the last word that we had on all 5 shooting victims.
Which is good to hear. Let me grab the chat real quick.
Yes,
and find this
the severity of the injuries that they had.
And this does. Thank you so much for
one
gifting 5
individual
mob
shot
crew
in the
memberships.
face.
That is so awesome.
One individual
Appreciate that.
had an arm that was very, very seriously injured.
And thank you, Connie,
there
again,
was
for the gift of
some
mob
very
crew.
serious injuries.
Have you been able to rule one way or another if he's getting any assistance while out on the
Okay,
run?
so there's...
You know,
Service
yeah,
road.
are we looking at that? We're trying to look at everything, but at this point,
where the
we do
shooting.
not believe he has outside assistance.
Do you think he'll be able to last out in that terrain for multiple nights by himself without food or water? I mean,
It depends on how committed he is and how much planning that he put into this. You know, what has he got with him? So we don't know the level of planning because we can't explore that aspect much right now because we're too concerned about trying to locate him. But it depends on how committed that he is.
That's got to be the service road.
No, numerous, and that's beyond that. We can't, not at this time.
But looking at how this crime was committed and also the 10 victims, does this guy give you the sense that he knows what he's doing?
Well, again, I'm going to use the word committed. He seems to be committed.
Sorry, guys, I got to look at something.
Yes, possible. And we've thought about that too, but we have to continue to aggressively try to find him, irregardless of what we believe.
If the search continues on tomorrow, what new tactics have you yet to deploy?
I'd say more of the same. You know, because of the remoteness. I hate to say that again, but because of the remoteness of the area, it's really, really difficult to search much carefully
Thanks,
and
Ryan.
safely.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where they found his car because there's
No, the only shots that.
Let's see how forward. We're 10 forward. County. Response EMS 33 Finley Trail Park Road, 33 Finley Trail Park Road. Coming from the 25 side, it'll be the second entrance out on Millstone Lane. Get to the T intersection. Go around to your left. Business will be just down on your left, about halfway down. Should be a Saturn and a motorcycle parked out front. or Christian Park next to the trailer break. 42-year-old male, females requesting EMS to take him to detox. She states he's willing to go, but he's in the background, got some blistery. Unknown weapons. Good. Okay, Paul, 26 on that.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
1959.
49. So here's all the notes. Right, that's annoying.
Station getting respond 33 Finley Trailer Park Road. Also detoxing.
Okay, unrelated. Detox. Herman says follow Rockcastle River Forestry Road and you will see a cell tower. Okay, give me a second. I will go back to that. I think I have an idea what they're talking about, but it's the only notes from that tweet. It says 9 to 11 miles, but it doesn't say like exactly which way, so I guess it'd be kind of hard to pinpoint, but I'll still try to see if we can get an idea of where that car may have been found. But yeah, let me pull up this one. Let me see. I think I have a better one.
Oh, I see. Go ahead.
Let's see what he says.
Call dispatch.
But anyway, that doesn't know all the details. So these are all the notes they have. His vehicle was recovered.
LA 49. We're in route.
Turn this down for a minute. Vehicle was recovered yesterday. It looks like it has a back rear tire that's flat. So that may be why he ditched it. Found 9 to 11 miles. I think that's got to be unconfirmed because they don't have it in this notes. Found off the service road, which is usually, we call it service road, frontage road, usually the roads that kind of go parallel to the highway. His AR was found today, sometime in the afternoon or around noon today. That was found around where the car was located. Sister-in-law called law enforcement stating he had previously threatened to kill their whole family. That's terrible. Per law enforcement, suspect purchased AR 2,000 rounds of ammunition Saturday morning, yesterday. 5 people totaled. 5 people injured total. 1 seriously, I think, condition, I'm assuming is what they mean there. So 5 people. I think they recently, I think there was like mention of like 8 or 9, but I think that's like the cars that I think were involved in the shooting. But the people that were actually shot were 5. And then I think he said 2 were severe, 1 in the face and 1 in the chest. Let's read that note down there. U.S. Forest Road. Interesting. And then they're supposed to do another conference in 1 hour. I was wrong. I said on the hour, but I thought that was Central Time.
That took place were the ones that were reported to us by the victims.
Has anyone searched his house?
We've had people down there, and we are looking at that.
Truck stop.
You said earlier today that
Oh, did you email it? Oh, okay. Nice.
I'm still going to be
Thanks,
optimistic. He's out there. He's behind a tree or under a rock cliff or something. We just got to stumble upon him safely.
When do we decide to stop searching?
Darkness.
Oh.
Whenever it gets dark, we can't be in the woods because it's too dangerous for our guys.
You think he has supplies with him?
Possible. Yes, sir.
That's this one, right?
Well, we're keeping people. We're keeping the area contained. we have people there. We have SRT in the woods, and we also have people on the ground down where there's a business, an old Shell station that's down there. We have people down there, so we have the area contained. If one gunshot went off, our people would be right on it. He'd be crazy to shoot, anytime right now. He obviously has to know we're looking for him. We've probably got between 40 and 50 right now, and that's
pretty
federal,
wild.
state, and local.
Actually have
Great
where the shooting
cooperation
is
between
when you pull up
agencies on
Google
this.
Maps.
I can't stress that enough.
Do you know if he has the resources?
Really, we've got everybody
So
that we
that's
need.
the
We just need to
forestry
find him.
road.
Do we know if he has a phone on him, and if so, was anyone able to ping?
A phone has been found. The battery was taken out of it, so we can't nothing to ping.
No.
We're assuming that, yes.
Has there been an investigation into his social media? Is there anything found there?
I'm sure that we are looking at that.
Really?
That's not a primary focus right now, but I'm sure we're looking at that. Yes, ma'am.
Have family or friends or anybody been able to kind of paint a picture of what he was like before this? Have they been cooperative?
I don't have the answer to that.
You heard from the governor or the president?
I heard there were some phone calls made to area persons in this county. I'm not sure on that. I have heard that. Also, whenever I step down from here, if you'll go to our Facebook page, I have pictures because you all begged me to do it, and I did it for you because you've been great, because you're helping us. But I have pictures of the suspect vehicle, and I hope that before the evening is over, I'll have a picture of the AR that we recovered as well. I'm working on getting that for you as well.
Any additional pictures of him?
I think that's all we have. Yeah, just I'll look into that. I'm just not sure what types of information like that are available. Also, there will be another short briefing like this at 7 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock over at the community center, which as the crow flies is about 2 blocks over. There's a marquee out in front of it. It's obvious that it's the community center. All stakeholders in this, all stakeholder heads are going to hold a joint press conference for you folks. 9 o'clock.
Sorry, can you confirm that he has a military background?
I've heard that, but I don't know.
We saw a lot of talk on social media early on, people speculating.
Anyway.
What role did that play into your investigation?
Yeah, it's tough to know exactly which direction. They have the roads, but
if he was military?
Just any of the rumors in general. How many victims? How this stemmed? What the cause of it was?
Let's see what the radio's saying. Let me put this over here.
Single 6-1. Single 6-1. Single 6. Yeah, you're where's 26 at?
She says, I would think choppers were in the air with heat sensitive. They were with FLIR earlier. They mentioned drones, which, oh man, like
27 mile I'm being around as well.
They'd have to have.
26. Signal now.
They would need to be fitted with some kind of.
1595 Old Way Road, 1595 Old Way Road, call about her daughter's ex-boyfriend, TJ.
Okay, not related. With how dense that forest is, the drones would have to be fitted with some kind of like heat sensor FLIR capabilities. With how dense that forest is, I mean, you could get lucky with some of these open areas, and a drone would be quiet. Like a helicopter, obviously, a little bit more noticeable. But with a drone, drones are very quiet. Yeah, I see the service road. Yeah, I see it here. And then there's also one that runs this way here. It's just tough because we only have like the road, you know, so I don't know like. Exactly where the vehicle's at, you know, whether it was on this side or this side, because it does go through. Maybe they'll update that in the next briefing. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Makes it then want people going up there. Let me refresh this. Let's see what time it is. 6. All right. So what time do we start at 5? Go for a little bit longer. I was thinking that we were going to have an update on the hour, which is right now. Because I thought it was Central Time, but I didn't realize it's sitting kind of right there in the middle.
I get so much to work, and I'm going to do the whole one.
They did say they were going to bring in some dogs.
306.
Sure, that would be great.
26. I got less than kind of unit behind me. Units out the whole way. His car's above them. Pistol at this mountain on my carries as a extremely large magazine. Good.
Yeah, unless it's fixed with FLIR, or you're just kind of covering some open areas. I mean, there is some open areas if you really kind of look.
The 26 advised that the males came out. But it's careful. For Aldeburgh.
But yeah, this is dense woods. Very dense. I mean, this is brutal. I mean, that is crazy. And God, let's pray they find him tonight, because I feel like the more time he gets, if he's alive, I mean, depending on which way he went.
304 line, yep. 304.
That is wild. Jessica says, I live in the area. Rumors are flying. Every few hours we get another frantic call. People saying there's another shooting maybe until he's caught. Yeah, I heard about that. Like, people were, like, freaking out, like, every, you know, like, thinking there's mass shootings going on. And that's got to be terrible.
I'm with CO6, so I'll be en route to that as well.
Yeah, I see it, Herman. Yes, yeah. So I see the war zone. You're talking about looking across or looking across like this way. I see the road here, and then there's another forest road, the US 25 here. So I'm assuming maybe on this side. But I don't want to put out the wrong information, though.
She hasn't already. You notify 1103, just 26 advised on Fenton Trailer Park. Also advise them what's going on here on Norwood.
Oh yeah, it's like.
Yeah, Maureen's been made aware of both of them. Yeah.
It truly is, and every minute that goes by, if he's alive, he's just gonna get deeper, and that's just gonna. Yeah, unless he somehow slips up and leaves some kind of trail. Which, you know, they found his phone. Hopefully they found his phone, so maybe they've kind of got a path. But still, I mean, he could easily switch directions.
You got 20 on ULA. I'm sitting out here with him now. He's just intoxicated. He's careful.
Okay. So far, nothing on the scanner. It all sounds like just domestic stuff.
There in the area due to the nature of the call. Give me some more. They were staged there in the area due to the nature of the call. You may send them on in.
Do flight radar one more time.
2013.
I haven't seen anything up for a while though.
Units in reference to the welfare check on the 33-mile marker. Go ahead.
Oh, there is a heli.
I was taking an additional call. They advised there was subject standing at the overpass for
That's
52 crosses the interstate, looking down on the interstate with 5 minutes in.
that is London. But the shooting was what?
39.
Further up, wasn't it?
38. You got an update on this? Where he's at? Residence?
So he is.
Native. He's outside the residence somewhere. My caller's not on site. He's at work. Just got the call from his niece saying that he had showed up there.
This one's flying a little bit south.
September 2014.
Is that where it took off from? Frankfurt? Yeah, that's what it says.
Go ahead. Looks like you actually have to turn right on the gate
Not
lane.
75.
Gate lane there off of
The shooting was way up here.
Hallway Road. Should be the, go around the curve there. Once you get on gate lane, go around the curve. It should be a single wide trailer on your left.
So the shooting was here. This helicopter's flying way down here.
I couldn't see the vehicle, and these couldn't see the vehicle. He's parked it somewhere away from the residence and came in on foot. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if he's former military, I mean, he didn't confirm that, but that's what I saw, like, on one of the things that said, and now I could be wrong, I don't, because they haven't confirmed this, so I don't want to put out any false information, but I thought it said on his official Facebook page, but I don't know, it could have been another Joseph Couch, that he was in the Army and was a 911 dispatcher before that.
F9, go ahead.
I'll be out with Tennessee 628, Boy King, John Charles, be on Highway 9 East, east of Highway 27 here in McCurry County.
Squad altitude. Kind of interesting that he is kind of circling that area that's
3011, 197. 16.
kind of south of that area in London. Yeah, he is ex-military. Yeah. Right, so there would be another press conference in 43 minutes, right? Yeah, 43 minutes. Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't think about Kentucky when you look at it, like when you first look it up. It says Central. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my luck. But I saw Central, so I'm like, oh, okay, it's Central. So if I go live at 5, then on the hour, they would have their next press conference or whatever.
Once you go to gate lane, it'll cut off the Crooked Hill. It's the trailer there in the corner. Lane.
Yeah, I found it. Everybody's putting it in. Yeah, I appreciate it. I found it now. Yeah, let's see. Is it saying on this one? I've got to look at Google for a minute.
Good. I mean, 98. He's got somebody on the way with some gas.
Oh, yeah, it's a little bit further up. Right. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so here. Yeah, so here. Okay, see, now you can actually read it better. So I don't know if They found it up here.
CF6.
That's as far as that road goes.
9-2. Air along with.
Here's another plane
2018.
coming in straight. That's interesting. Cessna, what's his altitude? 3,700.
Really?
And where's that helicopter?
The complaint was suspicious, so good. Wearing all black, walking on West Town Rogers Parkway near Walmart, D.C. Let me see if the city around things are going.
Is this Highway 80? No, this is 75, right? Is it Interstate 80? Is that the one? Oh gosh, I've seen a YouTube video. I can't remember if that's like the haunted one or that's where there's been some crazy abductions and stuff like that happen. But no, this is 75. That's kind of interesting, but I don't know where the hell he went. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for a little bit longer. I was really hoping we would have caught that press conference. I had the wrong time zone though.
11:30,
That's the weather for tonight. It's gonna get in the low 45s. I mean, if he's got like a hefty jacket and keeps moving when it gets really cold, the winds are low, no precipitation, maybe 4% chance. So it's possible. I mean, I hope they take him alive and they find him and there's no incident. Let's see. Join News Nation. I'm going to search. Let's see what this says. I've never watched a video on Rumble. This is literally going to be the first time.
After a suspect shot at least 9 cars, seriously injuring 5 people. One shot in the face, another in the chest. And right now, federal agents and U.S. Marshals are on the ground searching for a person of interest in Laurel County. He fled into a remote and wooded area near London, Kentucky. And we just got the update in the last 25 minutes. He is still on the loose. Also, public schools are being canceled going into the week for safety. News Nation's Jorge Ventura has the details tonight. And Jorge, it looks like this man's car was found. What can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right, Natasha. We are learning that authorities in Kentucky were able to recover a Honda CR-V that is registered to the suspect. Authorities did discover a rifle case inside the car and an AR-15 near the vicinity of the vehicle on I-75. Authorities in Kentucky continue their manhunt for suspect Joseph A. Couch, who authorities believe was the shooter in a situation that shut down Interstate 75 in Laurel County. Officials say the shooting occurred around 5 p.m. local time on Saturday. The shooter, Couch, allegedly began firing at cars driving along the Interstate I-75 near Daniel Boone.
So it's barely, just kind of thinking about it, it's only barely been, it's hour ahead, 2 hours ahead, excuse me. Yeah, only just barely over 24 hours, so it's like 26, but still hasn't been that long.
National Forest, 9 cars were hit with gunfire and 5 people were seriously injured, including one person who was shot in the face, another in the arm, and another in the chest. Thankfully, no one has died, but
Yeah.
injuries are severe, according to authorities. In a press conference this afternoon, the sheriff's office says that they are hoping to make an arrest tonight before it gets dark. No motive has been determined as of now, but authorities believe there has only been one shooter, adding that the shooter did not spark from a road rage incident. The sheriff says it is a difficult search, but all attention is focused on the manhunt.
We want to get him tonight. We want to get him before it gets
Yeah.
dark again.
I
But
don't blame
promises.
him.
It's very, very, very remote. The trees, you almost
Yeah.
bump into a tree every 2 or 3 feet. It's just that way, and
Well,
and
what
it's
do you say about
difficult. And it's tree every 2 or 3 feet.
Yeah, that's so.
It's just that way.
That's crazy.
And it's difficult. And it's tedious because we have to look behind every tree because what if he's there? Our main focus right now is get this guy under arrest.
Now, we are also learning that the family of the suspect is cooperating with authorities. They are located in a different county. And throughout the day, Natasha, authorities did emphasize the importance of making an arrest before it gets dark. They believe the suspect is hiding in a wooded, rural area and do believe he is armed. That's why they emphasize that they want to make that arrest before it gets dark tonight.
Yeah, and it's already been an entire day as well, and a night of darkness in between. Jorge Ventura, we know you'll keep us
Yeah, he
posted on
did.
these latest
Yeah,
details
means
as they
he
come
knows
down.
what he's-
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to
That's wild. That's the first time actually seeing a video on Rumble. Yeah, he took out the battery of his phone. So yeah, he clearly knows, being tracked. Let me see. Oh, shit.
Station 1, can't respond. 5578 Highway, Robinson Market, 44-year female, dizzy, weakness.
No. Not related. Anyway, I think we're gonna finish up here. I would go longer if it was like a Monday or Tuesday. If there was more stuff going on. If there's something crazy that goes on in the next couple hours, I might come back on, but they have had dogs out last night. Yeah, I don't know. I know he was. Sorry, it's like when that thing will be quiet, and then when I start talking, it starts going off. Because they asked him that, and he said, "Well, yeah, there are dogs coming." So, but maybe he doesn't want them to know that they've had dogs out there. That wouldn't surprise me either. I'm sure that would be a huge help to them if they could get his scent. What's up, Alfie? Good to see you. Thanks for all the emails and everything you've done. I appreciate it. Anybody that's emailed me regarding the Sebastian case, if I haven't gotten back to you recently, I promise you I'll get back to you. I kind of, took a day off from Sebastian Rogers' case. We'll be back on it tomorrow, but I kind of wanted to capture this case. But before we finish up, let's check flight radar, see if there's anything going on. So there is the heli. He's hanging out in London. Got a plane that's further south. That's a more. Let's see. I mean, that's part of the city there, right? Yeah. I don't know. That could be unrelated. I don't know. Let's see. Let's zoom out. Just see. He keeps going further south. That's weird. When I was watching it earlier, somebody else's live, they were more kind of where the shooting was at, but it seemed like they were on the. I've got a screenshot of it. Let's see. Oh, let's see. somewhere. Yeah, so this is where they were circling earlier today, so you could see the US 25, which that's on the, so this would be northeast, southwest, right? So they're on the southwest part of it. And that is where that road goes. That's the Forest Road, right? Somewhere kind of in here. Because that's the river, which that's up here. Oh, did I go too far? There's the river. So yeah, they were kind of flying that area earlier today. Diane, found in Cumberland. Wait, in Cumberland River. Hey Kate. Let's see. Oh, before we go though, if you missed earlier, sadly, because we did cover this case, so I just want to update on a couple things. Elijah Vu. It sounds like they did find his remains. There's even that's 10 minutes ago. Let's see. Authorities examined human remains found amid search for Elijah Vu. Human skeleton remains found on private property, which was like a Girl Scout camp yesterday. There's a picture of it. This might be a video, but they believe they found Elijah Vu's remains. Which is this a video or is this an ad? I just want to see if this shows the area or not. Alright, let me turn this on. Oh, that's come from this. What the hell? So this is aerial footage. This is from Elijah Vu, Wisconsin. Is that where that noise is? Yeah, it's terrible. Anyway, yeah, 3-year-old went missing February 20th, which is wild. It's like literally like 1 week, less than a week, 6 days before Sebastian Rogers went missing. And they believe they found his remains. His mother, Katrina, and her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, are both facing heavy charges. So, really terrible to hear that. Oh, Diane Miner, sorry, that's an older case. Yeah, Squeaky, I hope they throw the book at them. They're people that do that to poor kids. It's terrible. Yeah, I'm glad at least I can't remember, it was the grandmother, one of the family members that actually cared about the child, at least the ones that cared about him, finally got answers as to what happened to him. It's terrible that that's the outcome, unfortunately. So one last time, suspect's car. The car definitely has a right flat tire, so I'm assuming that's maybe why he had to ditch it. Maybe he didn't have a spare. So I'm gonna close that up. See if there's anything else. Oh, FBI is released a bulletin. Joseph, person of interest. They're calling him a suspect. Took place on September 7th. Vehicle recovered on Forest Service Road. Yep. Law enforcement is actively searching the area. Do not approach. Considered armed and dangerous. Okay, so nothing new, but coming from the FBI, that's interesting. School closures, of course, that's important. Man, a lot of counties, look at that. It has like 9 counties for tomorrow. Laurel, East, Bernstead? I probably butchered that. Clay County, Corbin, Knox, Somerset, Williamsburg, Rockcastle, Bourbonville, Whitley, and Jackson. All those counties are closed. School closed tomorrow. Yeah, I wish there was something more kind of going on. It's not. The one thing that was kind of exciting, not to say this is exciting, but like we had with the Danilo Cavalcante, we had like people on the ground, kind of like so we could kind of get the visual, and of course, they kind of had an idea of where he was at. They just couldn't keep that perimeter tight enough. But yeah, it sucks though, because every minute this guy gets further out, it's just not going to be good for them at all. Yeah, and we don't know. Yeah, that's what we don't know. Does he have a secondary weapon that he took with him or not? I'm sure the second they find that information out, they'll probably, hopefully, let the public know. But thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody coming in. Again, I apologize not having a members only live. We'll do one maybe like Tuesday or something. But I thought we would kind of check in on this case, and I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe something like crazy happens. I may go live, but if not, I'll be back on tomorrow, regular time. Just see if there's anything else. Likely covering Sebastian Rogers' case. I've still got some emails and stuff to get back to. So if you emailed me, I promise I'll get back to you tomorrow, tonight or tomorrow. But yeah. Yeah, they found his AR, but they don't know if he has like a secondary, like a handgun, We don't know, so it's, it's only speculation. They found the gun that was used in the shooting, which is good. Because an AR is absolutely terrible. I don't think people should own them, but that's just my opinion. Or at least those kind of guns, I don't know. But, oh, one other thing is, yeah, we are going to be going out this month for Aidan Clune, so I'll be kind of talking about that sometime, probably tomorrow as well, because I got a GPS, I forget what it's called. I think it's like Spot On or something like that. It's a GPS beacon, uses satellite. The family got me one, so obviously if something that happened to me, I just push the button or whatever, and sends out a signal. And so anyway, yeah, so like they sent me that, and which is great, even though we take every precaution when we're out there searching, but it's nice to have that extra insurance when you're out there with something like that, to have a GPS monitor, or whatever they call it, GPS device, for any kind of emergency. Yeah, thanks, Elfig. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, it sucks all the way around. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll be back tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you, mods. And pet outro will be ready for Monday. I had some more people send some pets in, so I'll have that tomorrow. So